Welcome back to the Metro Arena in Espoo, Finland, where the International Skating Union Grand Prix of Figure Skating, the 6th event of the series, the final event taking place ahead of the Grand Prix final, which will happen in 2 weeks' time in the Palabella in Torino, which is the home of the 2006 Winter Olympics. Also to the Grand Prix final, which took place in 2019. And now some of the women about to compete will be eager to take the remaining spots at that prestigious competition. And the leaders after the short program, Mahara in second place, and Luna Hendricks, the leader after the short program, eager to take some of the 3 remaining spots. With Kaori Sakamoto, the world champion, secured in Italy. Yelam Kim from Korea, the winner last week at the NHK Trophy, and Isabeau Levito, the junior world champion, already guaranteed to take part at the Grand Prix final. You see scenes from Espoo. Beautiful city for the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix has taken place in Finland once before. And 3 women will be very, very happy, in particular, to have the Grand Prix returning to Finland. 3 of the skaters in the first group competing in their home nation. The 9th judge just introduced now, and there you can see Finnish flag 3 times in this first group of 6 competitors. The young Jana Jyrkkönen opening proceeding in the women's free skate. She had a disappointing short program, should be hoping for redemption. And there, the second group of women, which will be concluded with the world silver medalist Luna Hendricks, the first winner of a Grand Prix from Belgium when she won her event a few weeks ago. There, the judging panel casting their eye over the 12 elements in a women's free skate. 7 jumping elements, 3 spinning elements, step sequence and choreo sequence to be included in the choreography of their 4-minute free skate. And I'm sure the likes of world champion Kaori Sakamoto will be eagerly waiting to see what transpires here in Espoo. He will have been disappointed to finish in second place at the NHK Trophy in her home nation last week. And I'm sure she's returned to training in earnest, with 2 weeks outstanding before the Grand Prix final. And then on to the Japanese National Championships held just after Christmas time, which will be like a mini World Championships in itself, given the depth of the field in Japan. As the women take to the ice, the start of the women's free skate. And the youngest competitor in the field will open the women's free skate. The first of the 3 Finnish competitors, Jana Jyrkkönen. And then Estonia's Eva-Lotta Kibus. Linnea Seda. Disappointment in the short program for Anastasia Gubanova. The leading Finnish woman here, and the Finnish representative at the Olympics, Jenny Saarinen. And then Brady Tunnell on her return to competition following injury. You can see the scores on the right-hand corner of the graphic. Fairly tight competition between Jenny Saarinen and Brady Tennell from the States. Brady returning from ongoing injury that pulled her out of the Olympic season. Great to see her back. And she's showing progress since her first Grand Prix event. Jana Jyrkönen, youngest competitor in this field at just 15 years old. Her birthday on Valentine's Day. She was born in Helsinki. She had a bit of a nightmare short program, unfortunately. A single Lutz instead of the planned triple Lutz, triple toe, and a single flip later on. She had been intended to compete at the NRW Trophy in Dortmund, which is taking place right now as we speak, but replacing Emmy Peltonen, who unfortunately suffering from COVID and unable to compete here. Eva-Lotta Kibus from Estonia. Popular skater. The short program that she has and used yesterday has been so well received by fans of skating around the world, just struggling at the moment with her form. She was 12th of the 12 competitors at the NHK Trophy last week. Struggled again a little yesterday in the short program too, hoping for a good free skate in the Metro Arena. And yeah, so there. And a 55.63 points in the short program, relatively clean skate. Just an edge call on the triple Lutz takeoff. The fairly strict technical panel that reviewed the short program. Really hot on checking the rotation of the jumps for the others and the edge call. But there's a lovely spring and elevation on the pop for the takeoff there with that triple flip. Anastasia Gubanova from Georgia. We're hoping to follow in the success of Georgian teammates Metalkina and Parkman, the pairs who have just come away with a bronze medal in the pairs event. Decided just a few moments ago she will be frustrated to find herself in this group after the short program. She won bronze in Sheffield at the MK John Wilson Trophy a fortnight ago, and she was third in this arena in the Finlandia Trophy not long before that. But uncharacteristic mistake in the short program. She bailed out on the combo at the start of the program. But it was a solid skate for Jenny Saarinen from Finland. Jenny had said it's been a hard season. She's been sick a lot throughout the season. So hoping to use this as a springboard for the latter half of the season and ideally stay ahead of the other two Finnish competitors. Just warming up for the triple Lutz double there as we look now to Brady Tennell. Returning from that frustrating and challenging injury that kept forcing her to pull out of events last year. She was so desperate to contend for a spot on the US Olympic team. Now starting to return to form much better in the short program yesterday in Espoo than was the case at the MK John Wilson Trophy 2 weeks ago, but she said that she was so nervous in Sheffield on her return to the Grand Prix, she thought she could almost throw up. And now returning to the rhythm of competition now, and hopefully this just another big step forward in her progress. New coaching staff working with Benoit Richaud as coach and choreographer. They have some great choreographic material. Just hopeful now that she'll be able to add to that with some technical difficulty and success. Jurkinen listening to coach Marina Shirsheva ringside. Choreographer Adam Soya also here to support her. We'll see him later as well. Luna Hendricks, the Belgian champion, who will be last to skate. Just 15 years old. Big stage for her. She competed at the Finlandia Trophy here. She's done multiple events already this season and intended, as I said, to compete at the NRW Trophy in Dortmund this weekend, but the Grand Prix senior stage, just a big step up in focus and attention as the figure skating community worldwide looks to support this youngster, using the story of voyages as the music for her free skate. As with the short program, using double axel to warm up. And the next element is the triple lutz, triple toe. She could not manage yesterday. Hangs on to the landing of triple lutz. That much better. She had a single flip yesterday. Here, triple flip, triple toe combination. Good start to the program. Triple lutz, double toe, double loop for Jana. A little stumble on the finish position. You can see lots of green boxes on the elements assigned to Jana Jyrkkönen from Finland. And what a way to come back from the frustration of her short program. She must have been devastated yesterday. 2 single jumps in her senior Grand Prix debut, offering no reflection of her potential, but 7 triples landed in her free skate. And she can be incredibly proud of the way that she has not just performed here, but conducted herself in returning from the disappointment. It's so challenging overnight to come back with a renewed motivation. It would have been much easier for her to hang her head and be despondent based on the short program. The performance that Jana Jyrkkönen has laid down in Espoo here could contend with her personal best. She achieved that at the Warsaw Cup just last week, and as I say, she's competed multiple times. Good outside edge on takeoff, the use of the blade there, and that the only major mistake really, hands down on the opening triple loops, but didn't let that deter her. Triple flip, and resetting to put that in combination with triple toe loop. And so now with 7 triples landed, and a look of approval from her coach, that a similar technical difficulty to that which we will see from the top 2 contenders, and now much more reflection and opportunity for us to see an expected progression in the skating skills and the program component scores. So moving forward, Jana's focus will undoubtedly be upon the flow and glide that she has and her use of the depth of edge to push those components higher. Currently, judges reviewing Jana's skating skills in the 6s out of 10, and as the competition progresses, we'll see skaters achieving high 8s and maybe low 9s. But certainly from a technical standpoint, was armed with great difficulty in her free skate. So 111.56 for Jana Jyrkkönen. She can be incredibly proud of herself competing in the Finnish Grand Prix following that free skate. And now to the Estonian Olympian, 21st place at the Beijing Winter Olympics in February. She competed last week in Sapporo, Japan at the NHK Trophy. In this very venue at Finlandia Trophy. Looking a little disconcerted as she takes to her start position. We wish her all the very best for Eva-Lotta Kibus.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? What do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hard?
Is that me? You just wrote that down.
Flip, or their double salco. It's a double 3 turn separating the jumps. Good quality on the takeoff of the triple loops. One last triple plan, triple loop to come. Another single. Estonia's Eva-Lotta Kibus completes her free skate, and you really sense that this is a skater who's struggling to resume the form that we have seen from them in the past, and so hard when you're in a bit of a flunk to be able to perform under this pressure. It's such a magnified arena, putting yourself under the pressure of competing on the Grand Prix, and particularly in back-to-back events. Not sure what else Eva-Lotta is coping with and struggling with. She did acknowledge on social media that she's grateful for the support, the messages and the gifts that have been given to her, and the strength that gives her to move on. Acknowledges the special thanks to the followers for that support, and said that it is difficult for her at the moment. As I mentioned yesterday, she said that at the end of the storm there's always a rainbow, and there's no doubt that she has quality. Here, triple flip, one of her favourite triples, double three-turn Euler and a double Salchow. She's capable of triple Salchow at the end of that combination. And a triple Lutz that just doesn't appear to have the conviction that we've seen of her in the past when she's had some of her greatest successes. I listened to an interview with Eva-Lotta recently. She explained that she started skating in Tallinn at the age of 4 years old. And when asked what prompted her to start, she said joy for skating. And we'll hope that Eva-Lotta can find the joy in her skating again.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Currently studying political science at university, so perhaps the challenge of balancing academics and training tricky. And as with many other athletes who have competed in the Olympics last year, explaining that post-Olympic burnout, a very definite and real factor in returning to competition this season. At 113 in the free skate in Sapporo, Japan. Doesn't want to look at the score for the free skate here. She's joined by Thomas Kinnes, her coach. So a year ago in this arena at the Finlandia Trophy, she had 137.51. That now not far off her total score here. So we wish Eva-Lotta Kibus all the very best as she moves forwards the latter half of the season. And now to Linja Seder, the second of three Finnish competitors. She did well yesterday in this short program. And she exuded a joy, smiling throughout. Hope for the same. Free skate, music by Lara Fabian, Broken Vow. Love the height on her triple flip.
The
crowd reacting to the triplets double axel. Followed up by a lovely triple loop. Starting to pop too many of the triples into doubles. Well, it started so well for Linnea Sader from Finland. But she's seeming to swap experiences with Jana Jyrkkönen, her compatriot who had a really torrid short program but a successful free skate. And Linnea just fatiguing towards the mid stage and then onward in the free skate. She had an intended double axel triple toe combination that turned into a double axel double toe, then a double salco, then a double lutz, and she went for the final triple salco, but that incurred the fall. And such a shame because her short program was really joyous, as too were the first 3 jumping passes in her free skate. She had a real honesty of movement, very open. She had the edge call on the lutz. In the short, I think the same fate will happen in the free skate. Step that up into double axel. Good drive. All of the triples that she did do were of good quality. Good ice coverage through that double axel, which was wanting a triple toe at the end of it. That the first visible error that paved the way for others, unfortunately. And here, the last triple attempt, just have to assume that there was an element of exhaustion creeping in that prevented her from delivering what she can do in isolation. So, firstly, so challenging to land triple jumps at all. But then when there's a consistency in isolation, being able to deliver the triples towards the latter stages of a free skate when legs are burning, so demanding. She said in August on her social media she couldn't wait for competition season to start. And she's done a couple of Challenger Series events. And I'm sure she will be eager to challenge for inclusion at the European and World Championships. Finnish women's skating has been so strong for so many years. Kiira Korpi, the last Finnish woman to medal at a Grand Prix. One of a line of brilliant Finnish women, which Linnea Seder wants to join. 96.28, lower than the score she had here at the Finlandia Trophy. And now, unfortunately, she will drop below the Finnish junior champion who started the competition, Jana Jyrkönen, who is steadily moving up the ranks in the competition. But the next competitor has, I'm sure, her eyes firmly set on a much bigger result. She will turn 20 next Friday. It was an absolute dream to win the bronze medal she secured in Sheffield 2 weeks ago. But a disappointing short programme is the reason she finds herself in 9th place going into the free skate. Anastasia Gubanova from Georgia. She looked confident and aggressive on entry, but a fall in the opening triple lutz. Comes back with double axel triple toe. Georgia's Anastasia Gubanova completes her free skate. She was disappointed with the short program and came into the event obviously fresh on the back of that bronze medal at the MK John Wilson Trophy 2 weeks ago in Sheffield, with the possibility of qualification for the Grand Prix final here. But yesterday, the fall on the triple Lutz, no jump combination, buried her in 9th place after the short program, and it did appear that coming out for the free skate, she looked aggressive. She didn't look like she was defeated at the start of the program, as she powered in with lots of speed for the first jumping pass, but a fall on that opening triple Lutz will have been difficult to recover from. She's demonstrated more consistency than many others in events, so knowing that the first element was unsuccessful must have been really hard to swallow. 126 in Sheffield, 129 here at the Finlandia Trophy, but that was when the opening jump was a success, and there you can see what happened on the first triple Lutz. And we've often remarked on skaters that are competing in back-to-back events and how challenging that is, but as we see her stepping out of the triple flip, perhaps it's worse to be 2 weeks separating competitions. When you're competing in back-to-back competitions, you could argue that you can stay up, there's no time to come down energetically. Maybe for Anastasia, the Sheffield event and what she described as a dream to win a medal on the Grand Prix has had a little slump afterwards, and hard to recover from that and peak back in time for her second Grand Prix assignment. Good to see her though, smiling in the kiss and cry. And now Anastasia will have to return to training, eager to come back to the form that secured that top 6th place at the World Championships at the end of last season. 7th at European, 6th at Worlds, 11th at the Olympic Games. So a skater of great pedigree. Just not the performances she was hoping for in Espoo. 110.54, so Jana Jyrkkinen from Finland still leads the free skate, but Gubanova will lead overall thanks to the lead she had after the short program. And now to the final Finnish competitor in the women's free skate, the 23-year-old Jenny Saarinen. She's born in Espoo. Double loops to open. Best quality jumping pass so far. Double axel Euler, double flip. Finland's Jenny Saarinen struggling through the free skate. Interesting, you see the necklace that she wears with the Olympic rings on it. She, a proud Olympian, and rightly so, but perhaps like some of the others that we've seen in the competition, suffering from a post-Olympic season burnout. We've seen already Eva-Lotta Kibus from Estonia struggling a little here. The same too for Georgia's Anastasia Gabanova and now Jenny Saarinen. And it has been articulated and said from other competitors on the Grand Prix series already this year. The challenge to return to competition this season made especially more challenging after the intensity of an Olympic year. And Jenny explained that so far this has been a hard season. She's been sick a lot. You can see there a triple toe that is something that is normally consistent and comfortable for her. This was of good quality, good height, good length, good takeoff, good landing for that double axel Euler double flip. And the arm movement punctuating the music, so the GOE for that element will be good. As to, no, sorry, not for that salcho, down on Jenny has been competing against Emmi Peltonen back since finished juniors in 2013 and the 2014 season. Emmi Peltonen not here. As I mentioned earlier, she's had COVID, unable to compete in Espoo. presumably go head-to-head in the Finnish National Championships as they vie for inclusion on the Finnish team. Just one spot available for Finnish skaters at Europeans and Worlds. And you can see visible distress and upset for Jenny. So much emotional commitment to the sport to compete at this level. The whole life is consumed by the sport. And so then when there isn't the success or the desired outcome that they work and spend their whole life trying to achieve, obviously it's deeply upsetting. So it's a 95.95 for Jenny Saarinen. Good to see that jovial energy between her and the support she has here. And having seen those that have competed in the Olympics earlier this year, now a skater who's bitterly disappointed not to have that opportunity. Brady Tennell from the United States of America. She was 9th at the Games in Pyeongchang in 2018, but injury ruled her out of last season, returning to the Grand Prix Series this year with a passionate free skate inspired by climate change. Down in the opening triple lutz. Recovers well with the triple loop. Words of Greta Thunberg punctuating the choreography. Well, I really think that the program could be magnificent. The concept that she's one of Rodin's sculptures in a garden that comes to life after seeing the changes in the climate. And it's a brave, bold statement of a choice for the composition of the program. And I think I really genuinely believe it could be quite magnificent. It's just not had the mileage that the injury has prevented her from amassing in training. And thus, the technical element score unable to be competitive at this point for Brady Tennell. And I just hope that the scores that she achieves here do not prevent her from continuing on this trajectory back to competition. Such a cool opening. But the first triple lutz, short of rotation, consequential fall, making it difficult for any technical element score to be competitive. As coach Benoit Richaud looks on, triple salto struggling to nail. And you just have to assume that the injury still plagues her to some extent. But she did say following the short program that she loves the feeling, the adrenaline, and the anticipation of competing again. Knows that the short program yesterday was missing a triple-triple. She's acutely aware of that. She's been one of the best skaters in the world, having placed in the top 3 at 3 World Championships before. So it's superfluous to requirements for me to mention what she needs technically. She knows that. It's just how readily can she return to that technical form to be able to back up what is potentially better component scores than she's had when delivered alongside the triple jumps. The sand timer, the egg timer, if you like, of the season is fast approaching towards US National Championships in San Jose in January, where she will try to compete for the world team. But no doubt about it, some brilliant work and great to see her back. She said after the event in Sheffield that coming back, the hardest thing she's ever done, and is glad that she has a team that believes in her. And I certainly believe in the potential of this program and wish her all the best. 103.34 for Brady Tennell. She's had as high as 150 in the free skate before. So that concludes the first group in the women's free skate, with Georgia's Anastasia Gabanova leading Brady Tennell from the United States of America. Now the top 6 placed women after the short program take to the ice. The wonderful Rika Kihira, another athlete like Brady Tennell, returning from injury this season. Madeline Skizas from Canada. And America's Lindsay Thorngren. Third place finisher in the short program, Japan's Mana Kawabe. And the winner of the MK John Wilson Trophy, Mai Mahara. And 23-year-old Belgian Luna Hendricks, the final competitor in the women's free skate, in the final Grand Prix event of the series before the final in 2 weeks' time. And you can see proximity within the scores after the short program. Just 3 points separate Rika Kihira from her compatriot Mana Kawabe, with a more comfortable gap between Kawabe in third to Mai Mahara, fight for gold against Luna Hendricks. As we look to Rika Kahira, not in the form that she was before the frustrating injuries that she struggled with, but great to see her improving steadily and consistently. Managed triple-triple combination in the short program, struggled a little bit with the triple loop, which was, well done in practice just now. And I'm sure she's inspired by Mai Mihara's return to competition. Mai achieves the success Rika wants to return to. So we see Madeline Skizas. She said that she felt cautious in the short program because of a bad warm-up. Hoping for a much stronger West Side Story free skate and what she was able to produce in Mississauga at Skate Canada. Struggling a little bit with the triple sacco. And Lindsay Thorngren, who finished behind Madeline Skizas at Skate Canada. She struggled at that competition, having more success in the short program here. The world junior bronze medalist. Just looking so much more comfortable and solid she did a month or so ago in Canada. Middle Japanese competitor, Mana Kawabe. She has been landing triple axel in practice here. Not sure if she will include that in the competition. I'm sure she'll be hoping to deliver a clean free skate. We've seen her perform well in the short program at both of her Grand Prix assignments, but the event in France in Angers, it's a struggle for her in the free skate, and just so sad to see her crying in the mix zone following that competition. But joyous scenes of her celebrating with Mai Mihara yesterday. Two competitors who have been back-to-back at Japanese national championships. And wonderful honesty in the press zone following the short program from Mai Mihara. She acknowledged that she often gets nervous, and even talking at the press conference was nerve-wracking for her, but she feels such support, and I do sense that there is huge support from skating fans around the world for her as she returns to form, particularly knowing the challenges that she's had with illness and injury. And great to know that she can sense that support. She made a love heart with her hands following the short program to express the gratitude that she had for those here to support her, and you can see the support evident with the banners created for her. And Luna Hendricks in the press conference just acknowledging, may the best women win, and asked about how she felt regarding the competition between her and Mai. Both of them come into this event with 15 points from their first Grand Prix assignment. Triple H, triple toe from Luna, looking as consistent as we've come to expect. And currently, only 3 women have guaranteed inclusion in the Grand Prix final. Kaori Sakamoto, the world champion, Korea's Yelim Kim, and the world junior champion Isabeau Levito. Rinka Watanabe from Japan and Ryon Sumiyoshi from Japan and Young Yu from Korea find themselves in 4th, 5th and 6th place in the standings at present, but the assumption would be that Mai and Luna are going to take at least 2 of those spots. With Rinka Watanabe having to wait to see if she will have done enough. She won the Skate Canada event, but only 7 points from her placement at the NHK Trophy last week. And all the skaters so desperate to compete at the Grand Prix final. Such a pride in being in the top 6 on the Grand Prix series to achieve participation in the Palavella in Torino in 2 weeks' time, in addition to the prize money which they will achieve. And indeed, prize money given to those competing today. For the winner, $18,000 US, second place $13,000 US, and third place 9,000. Fourth and fifth place also achieving prize money as well. So 1988 Olympic bronze medalist in ice dance Tracy Wilson gives parting wisdom to Rika Kahira. Kahira was 5th at Skate Canada. She delivered a clean free skate there to the Titanic soundtrack. At this event, increasing the technical difficulty, tends to add a triple flip on this occasion. Quality double axel Euler triple salchow. Better triple loop for Rika Kahira than the short program yesterday. The triple flip that she didn't use at Skate Canada. Well, another brilliant free skate for Rika Kahira on the Grand Prix series. She was fantastic in Skate Canada in the free skate, increasing the difficulty gradually as she returns following the injuries that have ruled her out for the past season or so. And every one of the 12 elements coming in with a good positive grade of execution for the Japanese skater. And the triple flip that she added didn't look to cause her any worry or stress as Tracy Wilson congratulates her. Tracy just saying she's so happy for her. I'm sure Tracy and coach Brian Orser acutely aware of the challenges and the way in which they have to build up an athlete who's struggled with injury, especially one that has had such great success. Lovely back outside edge on the landing of that opening triple salchow. This was good too. Double axel. Maintains flow on the Euler. And the back inside edge takeoff through the triple salchow. Kept speed throughout, so making it very easy for the judges to give a positive grade of execution. 2 triple loops, one in combination with double toe. At the second of them. And immediately transitioning through with the toe step choreography. I'm sure Rika will, as I said in warm-up, be inspired by Mihara, who's returning from injury and having great success this year. Sense that in Japan there's so much support for her as well. She's now articulated that she is now aiming at the 2026 Olympics, having been sidelined with the injuries that prevented her competing in Beijing. And with the addition of the triple flip at this event, we assume that the triple loops won't be far off, and potentially she'll edge closer to the triple axels, which we've seen of her in the past. I suspect wanting more, given the reaction there. She's used to having huge scores as high as 154 in the past, but 128.36 here, and she leads by a huge margin at this stage for Japan's Rika Kahira. Canada's Madeline Skizas. Yesterday she portrayed the Black Swan. Now her free skate to music from West Side Story. She's worked on consistency since Skate Canada. Disguised the landing of that triple lutz. Was hoping for triple lutz, triple toe. Comes back with quality on the double axel, triple toe, double toe. Lovely triple loop, double toe. lots of content. Triple flip, triple salto, and triple loop, all cleanly landed.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright, and I feel any girl who is a new I feel charming, oh so charming. Yes, alarming, I'm shining like you. I'm so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm with you. See that pretty girl in that mirror there. Who can that attractive girl be? Such a pretty face, such a pretty dress, such a pretty smile, such a pretty face, such a pretty face, such a pretty face. Stunning, I feel stunning and trancing like running, and dancing for joy, for I love my pretty wonderful
Little shake of the head in reaction to the free skate for Madeline Skizas from Canada, and that a performance significantly improved from the free skate which she produced in Mississauga at Skate Canada. She was first in the short program in her home Grand Prix. She said after the short program yesterday she felt cautious because of a bad warm-up. Managed to deliver and deliver it again. She has here no triple loops, triple toe. She'll be wanting to nail that at Canadian National Championships. A single axel late in the program, but
Just the axle. That was the only really bad part.
just saying the single axel, the only really bad part. But huge strides forwards. And she said that the long wait after the warm-up in Skate Canada, because she was last to perform, she wasn't used to, as we see the double axel, triple toe, double toe, which was a really good quality as the second element in her free skate here. She said it would be easier to skate here being second after warm-up. She's proven that with the free skate here. 6 triples for Madeline. It's a serious commitment to the presentation. Wonderful little wink before the layback spin towards the end. And you can see their emphatic finish position. Not the quality of skating skills or depth of edge as the likes of Rika Kihira, so program components
Hey everybody.
likely to be a little lower.
There's volume too.
Is there?
No.
Oh.
Coach Nancy Lamar.
I don't know why I did that.
Always fascinating to hear.
I did that so fast.
It's fascinating to hear the analysis. Triplets, triple though, not sure quite why that didn't manifest today. Nancy asking for confirmation of the score of 122.65 for Madeline Skizas. And that 10 points higher than the free skate score from Skate Canada. She slots in behind Rika Kihira, who's moving up following her strong free skate. So like Madeline Skizas, another competitor returning to the Grand Prix after the Skate Canada event. And Lindsay Thorngren in much better form in the short program in Espoo than in Mississauga, hoping for continued success in her free skate. Triple toe, better rotation than in the short program. Transition within the choreography sequence, showcasing her flexibility. Bailing out on the triple loop into double, but manages the double axel at the end of it. Straight out through triple loops, double toe, double loop. Brilliant change of edge in the camel spin feature. To conclude the free skate for Lindsay Thorngren from the United States of America, the world junior bronze medalist, vying for a medal in the final Grand Prix of the series. A skater who won the US Intermediate Championships in 2019 and the junior title in US Nationals in 2020. She valiantly competed alongside Isabeau Levito, both medaling at Junior World Championships for the United States of America. Eager to try and take that success into the senior ranks as well. Just a shame about that fall at the end of the 3-jump combo. And a popped double loop. The free skate is the story of a caged bird set free. Technical panel will be reviewing the rotation. She struggled with the rotation on the triple triples. Look to see the right foot, which I suspect will be deemed as at least under-rotated on the landing of that triple toe, dropping the base value. Maybe a quarter rotation short on that triple salto, or under-rotated as well. So the technical element score will diminish, but she does have an amazing flexibility. And when asked in the press conference about how she has attained such a level of flexibility, she said that something that she worked on at an early stage of development, coming relatively easily to her, and that allows her the chance to intersperse the jumping elements with more intricacy in the choreography. You could see there, though, mistakes on that triple loop. And the tangible value of the triple jumps, so necessary. She did so well. Triple loops, double toe, scrambling through a very awkward double toe, but legs just giving way completely underneath her for the double loop at the end of that. She had 120.93 at the Skate Canada event in the free skate. And Lindsay potentially young enough to be included again on Team USA's Junior World Championship roster. Just 16 years old. She turned 17 a week on Monday. She has a couple of years in the junior ranks again, but I'm sure, having medaled at Junior Worlds in Estonia a few months ago, she's looking now with sights set ahead to Senior World Championship success. But unfortunately, 117.48 sees her dropping on the free skate below those who have already performed. And she will drop a couple of places now behind Rika Gahira and Madeline Skizas from Canada. And now the top 3 competitors after the short program. Mihoko Higuchi cheers on her student Manaka Wabe. She had a great short program to the Billie Eilish soundtrack or music. Completely different energy for her free skate. The music Drowning by Anne Sila. Spread eagle. The phrase change in the music as she heads into her most difficult element. Successfully done. Triple toe, double toe. Followed up with a better triple loop than those she did in the warm-up. clear use of the body movement to attain the level 4 in the step sequence. A smile greets the second triplet, triple toe. Short rotation, a 2-foot landing on that triple flip.
Shines inside my heart, baby. Shines inside my heart, baby. Shines inside my
Delighted for Mana Kawabe from Japan. Such a completely different performance from her first Grand Prix in Angers in France. It was tragic to see the upset she had in the mix zone following her free skate there. And just wonderful to see her deliver. She had good short program in both events, but this a considerably stronger free skate. And the success and the jumping passes allowed us to really appreciate the program component scores here. Gorgeous composition, beautiful presentation, backed up with great skating skills. Maybe question mark on the edge on the triple lutz to start. Rotation good though on the triple toe with double toe. Gorgeous arm line on the landing position as Coach Mihoko Higuchi looks alongside. There, the triple flip, that the only negative, oh no, sorry. I think that's the second triple lutz, so negative GOE on that, unfortunately as well. But this Ina Bauer, look at the involvement emotionally in the presentation on what is such a difficult move. Last triple was good, the Salco. So comfortably pushing mid-8s in the component scores. Using the music that Madison Hubble and Zachary Donoghue, the American ice dancers, used en route to their Olympic medal. And I think what was wonderful yesterday was to see the very visible, obvious and gorgeous friendship between Mana Kawabe and Mai Mahara. They battled out for contention on the Japanese Olympic team, with Kawabe being successful. But Mana struggled at the games. She said that she's grown mentally a lot since the Olympics and able to tap into that mental strength and resilience following the disappointment at the French Grand Prix and her ability to produce under pressure here. And I'm so pleased for her. And knowing that she's been landing triple axel in practice suggests that there's still more to come from Kawabe. And 130.38, the season's best, and not far off her personal best. And she guaranteed now of a medal. And this is why she's so popular by fans worldwide. Such joy exuding already from Mai Mihara. She produced one of her best ever short programs yesterday, hoping for her best free skate to date today. Triple loops, triple toe, delivered triple loops, double toe, double loop. Great combination of turns with a rocker counter entry into the triple sacco. Just bailing open on the planned triple flip. Japan's Mai Mihara completes her free skate not the same elation and joy following her performance 2 weeks ago in Sheffield. But she's just such an endearing character. And perhaps like Anastasia Gabanova from Georgia, the bronze medalist at that Grand Prix 2 weeks ago, the 2-week hiatus between events, challenging to be able to come down from the success and then manage to peak back in time for this, their second Grand Prix assignment. She didn't manage a triple-triple in the free skate here. The score unlikely to be close to the 145 that she had 2 weeks ago, but nevertheless, I'm sure she will have done enough to compete in 2 weeks' time again at the Grand Prix final. And that in turn poses all sorts of challenges for her as she presumably returns to Japan for training, only to head back to Europe to compete in the Palavela in Torino in Italy in a fortnight's time. Thinking on her feet, wanted triple H triple toe, delivered triple H double toe double loop. And here, just slipping on takeoff, not getting optimal takeoff for the flip. She receiving just 0.25 of a mark for that element. But there is just so much love for this skater. And I, for one, really appreciative of the friendship that was shown between her and Mana Kawabe following this short program. Great to see the camaraderie between them as they push each other to continued and increased success and quality. We see an amazing Bielman spin position. Mihara acknowledging that she can't hide from the fact that there are banners with her name on from Japanese fans. I think she acknowledged that she saw some of her fans on the plane with her to Finland, and she wants it to feel worthwhile for them coming here to support her. And again, as she did yesterday, making a love heart with her hands to thank those that offer her the support she is using as fuel to perform under the pressure of competition. Needs only 123 to lead. 130.56. So less than 2/10 of a point over Kawabe in the free skate, but comfortably ahead. And now she realizes that that will be enough to be a Grand Prix finalist for Mai Mihara from Japan. And now to the winner of this short program, the first Belgian skater to win a Grand Prix. She did that on her 23rd birthday at the Grand Prix de France in Angers. Choreographer Adam Soya and her brother and coach Jorik Hendricks watch on as Luna takes to her start position in a completely newly composed piece of music. Demonstrating such consistency this season with the triple H triple toe. single axel. Second triple lutz. Does well to fight through the triple flip, double toe, double loop. One more triple left. Triple circle in combination with double toe. Belgium's Luna Hendricks concludes the women's free skate. She said after the short program that she felt a little sick and had to take things a little slower. It didn't show at all yesterday as she led the field, but perhaps competing at the Belgian National Championships last weekend has affected her energy levels understandably, and that the reason for a less perfect skate than that which we saw from her on her 23rd birthday a few weeks ago in France. That said, I'm sure she will have done enough still overall, certainly to qualify for the Grand Prix final. Fascinating, the concept behind her Fallen Angel free program, and this music completely changed. She competed at the Japan Open in the summer, and the music was changed by half for her first Grand Prix and completely changed. A composition made for her by Carl Hugo, fellow Belgian, and the collaboration between Carl, Luna, Adam and Yorick to try to create a piece of work that will help Luna towards a world title. You can see there just the single axle. And Yorick's reaction, her brother. She had 143 points in France, but the fall on the second lutz won't make that possible. Did well later. You can see the landing of the triple flip, a little short of rotation there. And fatigued legs. I wasn't sure if she'd manage, but relying on her training to get through the double toe double loop. And Luna has the 4th highest total score this season. Fascinatingly, the highest score posted this year comes from Malshumada from the Junior Grand Prix in Gdansk, Poland. Behind that, the world champion Kaori Sakamoto, then Mai Mihara and Hendricks, all just within almost a point of each other, making the Grand Prix final in 2 weeks' time a very exciting competition as we head towards the later stages of the season. So Mai Mihara leads with 204.14 as her total score. And it's 3rd on the free for Luna Hendricks. Behind Mana Kawabe as well. And overall, she will fall from top spot after the short program to 2nd. And therefore, 13 points in the Grand Prix standings. She will be a joint 2nd. Kaori Sakamoto, 28 points. Yelim Kim from Korea, 28 points. Luna Hendricks, the same. But Mai Mihara will go into the Grand Prix final with 30 points above all others. And some fantastic skating from the Japanese women, as we are accustomed to seeing. And Rika Kahira continuing a steady return from injury. She was brilliant as well. Madeline Skizas from Canada, the Canadian national champion, will be delighted to have delivered a stronger free skate. And interestingly, Jenny Saarinen, the Finnish champion, suggesting that this was her last competition and that she struggled to return to enjoying training, having performed at the Olympic Games earlier this year. So following her free skate, that was announced, and that perhaps explains the tears we saw in the kiss and cry. So now we can look forward to seeing the medals awarded to the top 3 finishers in both the pairs competition and in the women's event, before taking a break ahead of the men's and the ice dance competitions, the last 2 events. Now, all of the Grand Prix final slots have been decided in the women's event and in the pairs. And it will be a very closely contested competition. Mana Kawabe will not be a part of that, but she will come away from Espoo with such pride and satisfaction with that beautiful free skate. Gorgeous. Ina Bauer, just amazing position there. Mana was 2nd by less than 0.2 of a point in the free skate. And Luna Hendricks from Belgium had the highest program component scores of the free skate. A fall on the triple lutz and an under-rotated triple flip prevented her from maintaining her lead after the short program, and she drops to the silver medal winning position. But her newly composed free skate, I'm sure, will get stronger in the next fortnight before the final, with Mai Mihara winning her 2nd Grand Prix, the only competitor to take 2 titles on the Grand Prix series this season. She continues to delight skating fans. She exudes that joy in the change of edge spiral as part of the choreography sequence that helped her to win the free skate and move up from 2nd place after the short program to take another title. So a fraction of a point between first and second. We knew coming into this competition that it would be a closely contested event between the two previous Grand Prix winners, Belgium's Luna Hendricks and Japan's Mai Mahara. It truly was just that. Mai Mahara's total score of 204.14 against Luna's 203.91. And that tiny fraction, $5,000 US difference for Luna Hendricks. But despite the mistakes here, you have to think that the new musical composition really well received by the judging panel despite the mistakes, and she led the program component scores with the highest composition, highest presentation and highest skating skills marks, really cementing the idea that she could contend to be a world champion. And it'll be exciting to see how they all fare when they go head to head in 2 weeks' time. Well, Kaori Sakamoto, the world champion, continued to be a world leader in the 2022-2023 season. After the event, Mai Mahara saying that she feels very happy but wants to be more powerful and stronger in the final. Skating fans in Japan so appreciative of the brilliant talent that their nation produces, and I'm sure they will be almost as delighted with seeing a Japanese winner as they will with the continued return of form for Rika Kahira. She's increased the technical difficulty from her first Grand Prix and acknowledged already following her performance today that she will include triple lutz soon. Now, just a month from the start of the Japanese National Championships, and what a competition that will be. So today's results in the women's competition confirmed that the 6 competitors at the Grand Prix final, Mai Mahara, Luna Hendricks, world champion Kaori Sakamoto, Korea's Yelam Kim, the junior world champion Isabel Levito, and in 6th place, Rinka Watanabe, also from Japan. So half of the Grand Prix finalists coming from the Japanese Skating Federation. Rinka Watanabe was the winner in Skate Canada, the 2nd Grand Prix event on the series. She struggled a little bit more so at the NHK Trophy last week. She has an extra week's grace before competing again. And the Grand Prix final in 2 weeks will be an opportunity to see, obviously, the top 6 competitors in each of the 4 disciplines, men's, women's, pairs and ice dance, but also at the Palavella in Torino in Italy will be the top 6 finishers of the Junior Grand Prix series, which took place just before the start of the senior events. Indeed, as I mentioned, the highest score posted on the women's circuit this season comes from a junior, with Mao Shimada, the 13-year-old from Japan, posting the highest score of the season. Shimada Did that with quad toe and triple axels. We haven't seen triple axel from any of the main contenders in the senior ranks. Young Yu from Korea included one. But she hasn't made the Grand Prix final. Bronze medalist from Skate Canada. 5th place finisher at the World Championships. For many of those that haven't made it to the Grand Prix final, they return to national championships now. Although we still have 2 events yet to be decided following the action in Espoo here in Finland. Starting to near the end of the Challenger Series competition, the Junior Grand Prix Series and the Senior Grand Prix Series coming to a conclusion, and then it will be chance for national championships. So often the decider for the ISU championship teams. When we look ahead to the new year, and we'll see the European Figure Skating Championships being held in this arena in Espoo. That takes place between the 23rd and 29th of January. And Luna Hendricks from Belgium, I'm sure, will be a heavy favourite to take her first European Championship title. And then the following month, it will be the 4 Continents Championships. That takes place 7th to the 12th of February in Colorado Springs in the World Arena. That will be increasingly challenging competition because of the altitude at that event. Skaters, I'm sure, will have to be doing double run-throughs in preparation for it. So much more physically demanding to perform a free skate at altitude. And then the World Championships will take place the next month, 20th to the 26th of March in Saitama in Japan. And what a celebration of skating that will be. And I'm sure the women competing in the Japanese event will have heaps of pressure applied to them in the expectation of a victorious Japanese competitor following the success of Kaori Sakamoto at the 2022 World Championships.
ISU Grand Prix Espoo 2022 kilpailun palkintojen jako naiset. ISU Grand Prix Espoo 2022 victory ceremony women.
ISU fanfare signaling the start of the victory ceremony.
Third and winner of the bronze medal, Japanista from Japan, Mana Kawabe.
She was third in the short program at her first Grand Prix, but struggled in the free skates. I'm sure Mana Kawabe from Japan will be delighted to have come away with a bronze medal from Espoo. And you hear in the background the music for her free skate. Such a contrast to that of her short program, and she delivered both with a musical sensitivity that was perfect for the given choice.
Toinen sija ja hopeamitalisti, second and winner of the silver
And then
medal.
Belgium's Luna Hendricks, she won the short program yesterday, third today in the free skate, and comes away with a silver medal overall, just a fraction off first. And having won her 5th Belgian national title at the past weekend, that perhaps the reason for some of the fatigue that just set in towards the end of the program. Now she has a fortnight to resume and recuperate her energy levels ahead of the Grand Prix final. .23 of a point separated first and second here.
Ensimmäinen sija ja kultamitalisti.
And the winner, also from Japan,
Japanista from Japan, Mai Mihara.
Mai Mahara. Not the same resounding success as the free skate in Sheffield 2 weeks ago, but she did enough to take the title. And she's the only winner of 2 Grand Prix this series. So she will qualify for the Grand Prix final as the leading entrant. As I said, she saw the banners with her name on from Japanese fans who have traveled here to support her, and she acknowledged that she wanted to feel it was worthwhile of them coming here, and she's absolutely done that. She takes the big step to the top of the podium.
Toivotetaan tervetulleeksi kansainvälisen luisteliliiton edustaja. Please welcome the ISU representative, Miss Maria Teresa Samaranch.
And the International Skating Union representative, Maria Teresa Samaranch, will present the medals for the winners. Nana Kawabe, second on the free skate, takes the bronze. Goes into Lina Hendricks, the silver, and Mai Mihara, the gold.
Toivotetaan tervetulleeksi Suomen taitoluisteluliiton puheenjohtaja. Please welcome the president of the Finnish Figure Skating Association, Mr. Janne Korhonen.
Mr. Janne Korhonen, the president of the Finnish Skating Association, a very busy Finnish Skating Association, given the events that they have to put on. What a wonderful job they've done. The Finlandia Trophy earlier in the season, always considered such a brilliant event, as has this Finnish Grand Prix assignment ahead of the European Championships in January. Just amazing to think that the winner, Mai Mihara, was diagnosed with arthritis and stayed in hospital. Now, winning her second Grand Prix this series. She said that so many times she'd been fourth in Grand Prix events. And now, not just one title this year, but 2 Grand Prix titles.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the winner. Hyvä yleisö, tässä ovat mitalistimme, ladies and gentlemen, these are your medalists.
And that, the final medal ceremony on the Grand Prix series before the final. And already following the event, Mai Mihara from Japan acknowledging what she knows she needs and wants to do for the final in Italy, wanting to be more powerful and stronger for the final. sure there will be some semblance of disappointment for Luna Hendricks. She had the same aspirations as Mihara coming into the event to double up as a Grand Prix champion. And perhaps more expectation placed upon her as the reigning world silver medalist. I'm sure that will only help to fuel her training over the next 2 weeks. An attempt to peak again for one more event. So many events. This is the very difficult part of the season. And Luna did acknowledge that she felt a little ill after the Belgian Championships last weekend. We need to really maintain energy levels, conserve, and perhaps rest is as valuable at this point in the season as is training, to be able to conserve the necessary energy to compete again. I'm sure the images here were so warmly received back in Japan. Figure skating just so incredibly popular. With my called Cinderella on ice in Japan. Back in the 2019-2020 season, she was hospitalized for a long time. She's returning to domestic competitions in 2020-2021. Indeed, she missed qualification for the Olympics, placed 4th at Japanese Nationals last year, and ousted from that Olympic qualification by none other than Mana Kawabe, who took 3rd place by less than 4 points above her. And at that time, Mana Kawabe was using the triple axel, which we saw from her in practice here. Maybe she will need that higher difficulty of element if Kawabe is to make the Japanese team for that World Championships. And what an amazing accomplishment that would be, to be on the Japanese team. 3 entrants for the Japanese team for the Worlds in Saitama. The women having fun. And that camaraderie between the Japanese competitors is really heartwarming to see. Such high pressure on them at this elite stage, vying for success, but it was very evident after the short program of the friendship between them. And indeed, also clear to see with Kaori Sakamoto as well. Many of the Japanese women performing in shows in Japan. Their social media adorns heartwarming pictures of their friendship. Mana Kawabe, definitely friends with Kaori Sakamoto. They performed at the Fantasy on Ice. It looks like they had a wonderful time performing with less pressure post-Olympics. The skaters being given these flower crowns which fans have made for them. Often given in the colours of the costume. And indeed we've seen some amazing gifts from the skating fans. Evalota Kibus was posting about teddy bears dressed in costumes to match that which she performed in. Really some amazing support from the figure skating community who follow these athletes around the world. And as I mentioned, Mihara acknowledging that there were people traveling from Japan to Finland to support her. That's a with wonderful support, and perhaps a little applied pressure and increased pressure. I'm sure tickets for the World Championships in Saitama in March will be like gold dust for a nation that places skating as one of its most popular sports. And it shan't just be the women's event, which will have a favourite, the Japanese competitor. I'm sure Shoma Uno, the world champion from Montpellier in France earlier this year, will be hotly tipped as a favourite again, but we will see another contender, Ilya Malinin, compete later today. First skater to land a quadruple axel. What a great battle it will be between them. Shoma Uno showcasing some amazing quality of program component scores. And the ISU fanfare signaling the end of the victory ceremony for the women, as we look ahead now to the pairs victory ceremony.
ISU Grand Prix Espoo 2022 kilpailun palkintojen jako parit. ISU Grand Prix Espoo 2022 victory ceremony pairs. Kolmas sija ja pronssimitalistit, third and winner of
And
the
now
bronze
to the
medal,
pairs victory ceremony,
Georgiasta
the
from
first event
Georgia,
to be concluded.
Anastasia Metelkina, Daniil Parkman.
And the winners of the bronze medal, Georgia's Anastasia Metelkina and Daniil Parkman. They said they can't say they were happy as they made some mistakes and they hadn't reached their goals. However, I'm sure there'll be some semblance of satisfaction to come away with a Grand Prix medal, having just finished off the podium 2 weeks ago in Sheffield. Their next competition will be the European Championships in this very venue, and they want to improve on everything.
Toinen sija ja hopeamitalisti, second and winner of the silver medal, Saksasta from Germany, Alisa Efimova, Ruben Blemmert.
The German pair, Alisa Efimova and Ruben Blommer, moving up from fourth after this short program, second in the free skate and a silver medal here. They now have 2 silvers from Finland, having placed second at the Finlandia Trophy here. And I'm sure they like to continue that streak at the Europeans. But it was gold for the Italians, Rebecca Gallardi and Filippo Ambrosini. Only one spot remained at the Grand Prix final in the pairs discipline, and that has been snapped up by the Italian skaters. They will join Sara Conti and Nicolo Macci, also from Italy, against 2 other teams from America, a Canadian team, and Miura and Kihara from Japan. And they said they were very happy about the performance today. They were in the program from beginning to end. And after the event, they acknowledged they were very happy to have qualified for the final. And after this, they will go home and work hard in the next 2 weeks for opportunity to perform at home in front of their friends and family. The roller coaster of emotions on the competition circuit is so intense. The joy of winning here will hopefully last for as long as possible before the return to grueling training in advance of the final.
Please welcome the ISU representative, Miss Maria Teresa Samaranch.
And Maria Teresa Samaranch
She will award the medals.
will award medals again for the winners in the pairs competition. Metalkina and Parkman from Georgia, the bronze medalists. And 4 points above them, Efimova and Blomar. They are a relatively new team. And this will be their first Grand Prix medal. Gallardi and Ambrosini be overjoyed, fourth off the podium in Angers at the Grand Prix de France. Being fifth at both of their Grand Prix assignments last year in Torino and in Grenoble. And now, no bronze, no silver, but gold for Rebecca and Filippo as Jana Korhonen awards the flowers.
Hyvä yleisö, nouskaamme kuuntelemaan voittajan kansallislaulu. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the winner.
A proud moment for Gallardi and Ambrosini, the only European winners on the Grand Prix Series in the pairs category this year. 2 titles went to Japanese team, 2 to an American team, 1 to Canadian team, And now 1 to the Italians, and growing nation in the pairs discipline. Sara Conte, Nicola Macci, silver medalists at the MK John Wilson Trophy 2 weeks ago in Sheffield. And Irma Caldaro and Riccardo Maglio from Italy just off the podium last week in Sapporo, Japan. So great to see the emerging Italian pairs teams. Shame that Italy has only one spot for the World Championships in pairs based on the results from last year's World Championships. So that will only serve to make the Italian National Championships a really tight event. I'm sure Sara Conte, Nicola Macci, Gilardi and Ambrosini will be training incredibly hard to book their slot as the skaters decide which is the best angle for the selfie. I'm sure we'll get to see these on social media soon, and rightly so. Great for them to take these precious memories. So much time spent with blood, sweat and tears training. Great for them to capture special moments to celebrate all their hard work. Now to find their flags to celebrate. So as the skaters find their national flags and take the chance to have some pictures of these special moments, we'll leave you with these scenes ahead of the next upcoming event, which will be the men's free skate with the ice dance, free dance, the last event of the day. So make sure to join us for more great action from this 6th and final event on the Grand Prix series, the Grand Prix Espoo. But for now, we leave you with these images of the medal winners in the pairs competition.
Hyvä yleisö, kilpailujaksoista set 1 on nyt päättynyt ja pyydämme yleisöä vähitellen poistumaan katsomoista. Mikäli teillä on set 2 tai all event lippu, pyydämme teitä poistumaan lähimpään aulaan, jossa järjestyksen valvojat tarkastavat lippunne. Tavaranne voitte halutessanne jättää nykyisille istuimillenne. Kiitos. Dear audience, thank you. The competition's set 1 is now over and we ask the audience to leave the stands. If you have a set 2 ticket or an all-event ticket, we kindly ask you to go to the nearest hallway and the security staff will check your tickets. You may leave your belongings on your seats if you wish.